Now we'll see peninsular river. Children, remember one thing. Previous slide I told you that river Ganga is having so many tributaries. River Indus is also having so many tributaries. One thing, before we start with this peninsular river, remember Himalayan rivers are perennial in nature. The word perennial means the river which are having the flow of water throughout the year. That means it never dries. ये नदियाँ हिमालय से निकली हुई नदियाँ कभी सूखती नहीं है, उनका पानी कभी भी कम नहीं पड़ता है, क्योंकि उनका ओरिजिन ग्लेशियर से होता है, क्योंकि उनका ओरिजिन स्नो से होता है. अंडरस्टूड? दे आर पेरिनियल इन नेचर. सो रिमेंबर दिस. क्वेश्चन कैन कम as a give reason why the Himalayan rivers are perennial in nature. Understood? So now we'll see peninsular river. That means the rivers which flow towards the Deccan Plateau of our country. So this is, you can see in the slide, so many rivers, they are flowing in the state of Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Kerala, Tamil Nadu. And there also so many important rivers are there which are the lifeline of peninsula of our country or Deccan part of our country. Now see peninsular river system. We'll see peninsular river system. The peninsular drainage system is older than Himalayan rivers. So already we know that Himalaya is a young fold mountain. The formation of Himalaya is very recently there, not very recently. It is very recently, or we can say it is much younger than the formation of Deccan Plateau or peninsula of our country. The peninsular drainage system is older than Himalayan river. The Mahanadi originates from Siawa in Raipur district of Chhattisgarh and runs through Madhya Pradesh and Odisha and finally discharge its water into Bay of Bengal. See, whenever we are studying about peninsular river or Deccan rivers, first very important river is Mahanadi, which is the lifeline of Odisha. Understood? Which originates from Sihawa in Raipur district of Chhattisgarh and which runs through Madhya Pradesh and Odisha, and finally it discharges or it drains its water, river water towards Bay of Bengal. Discharge, here the word discharge, it refers to drainage, the drain of the river. The drainage of river system is towards Bay of Bengal. Its total length of Mahanadi is 851 km. Popularly known as Dakshini Ganga, the Godavari. Remember, Godavari is very important river of Deccan part. Godavari is the largest peninsular river system. The Godavari originates from Nasik district of Maharashtra and discharges water into Bay of Bengal. So remember, Godavari, Mahanadi, they are discharging, the drainage system is towards Bay of Bengal. With total 1465 km length, Godavari covers the area of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Odisha and Andhra Pradesh. So you are supposed to remember from which places Godavari is passing, from which places the journey of Mahanadi's river there, and where they are discharging, where the drainage part of these river are there. Remember, these two rivers, their discharge is towards Bay of Bengal. The Penganga, the Indravati, the Pranihita and the Manjira are the major tributaries of Godavari. See children, you are supposed to remember the tributaries of major rivers. So make a chart, write the important rivers, major rivers and the tributaries and learn by heart. Understood? Thus this will be your activity for this chapter. The Penganga, the Indravati, the Pranihita, the Manjira, they are the major tributaries of river Godavari. Originating from Mahabaleshwar in Sahyadri, the Krishna is the second largest east flowing peninsular river. Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, all these names are very common in our Hindu mythology. So whenever we utter the important rivers of our country, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri already comes in our mind. Understood? So originating from Mahabaleshwar in Sahyadri, Sahyadri ranges of mountain, the Krishna is the largest east flowing peninsular river. The Koyna, the Tungabhadra and the Bhima are the major tributaries of river Krishna. So again, here we are supposed to remember the tributaries of river Krishna. Of the total catchment area of Krishna, 27% lies in Maharashtra, 44% in Karnataka, and 29% in Andhra Pradesh. So Krishna flows through these states, Maharashtra, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh. Understood? The Kaveri originates from the Brahmagiri hills. So this Brahmagiri hills it is located in Kothagadu districts of Karnataka. So Kaveri, very important river of Karnataka, it originates from Brahmagiri hills. See children, page number 14 is very important, and another river map is also there in your page number 21. Page number 21, please read this, observe this river's map carefully. Understood? So in this page number 21, drainage of India is given, and you can see very clearly whatever river I am telling you, river Krishna, whether it is Kaveri, Narmada, Mahanadi, you can see very clearly, and there in this map also their tributaries are also given. So children, read this map of page number 21 very carefully. Now the river Kaveri, total course of 770 km, commands a basin area of 8.8 million hectare, of which 3% lies in Kerala, 41 in Karnataka, and 56 in Tamil Nadu. See again, Kaveri is passing through Kerala, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu. Major tributaries of Kaveri are Kabini, Bhavani, and Amravati. So again, underline all these various tributaries of river Kaveri. Remember these and observe in the map page number 21. Now we'll see Narmada river. The Narmada originates from western flank of Amarkantak plateau. Very important. Narmada originates from Amarkantak plateau, and it is westward flowing river. See children, remember, again and again I am telling you, India's major rivers, some rivers they flows towards eastern part, some flows towards Arabian Sea, some flows towards Bay of Bengal, and some flows towards Indian Ocean. So Narmada is one of the major river of our country, starting from origin from Amarkantak plateau in MP, and it flows towards Arabian Sea, flowing through a rift valley. Rift Valley, you know, you have already studied in your 9th standard. Rift Valley, a vast gap between two mountains due to the internal movement inside the earth. The formation of Rift Valley is there. It is located between Satpura and south and Vindhya range in north. See these two ranges, Satpura and Vindhya ranges, they are extended from MP to Rajasthan. So observe page number 14 and you can understand where the Satpura and Vindhya ranges are there. The Narmada forms Dhuandhar waterfall. See another very important waterfall which is there in central part of our country, that is MP. Narmada forms Dhuandhar waterfall and picturesque gorge of marble rocks nearby Jabalpur. I think most of you have already witnessed this place, Dhuandhar waterfall. So Jabalpur, we can see this waterfall formed by river Narmada. The total length of Narmada is 1312 km. Flowing in the westward direction, Narmada finally empties into Arabian Sea in the Bharuch district of Gujarat. So already I told you Narmada is westward flowing. It passes through Gujarat and goes towards and empties or drains its water in Arabian Sea. Originating from Multai in Betul district of Madhya Pradesh, Tapi is another important westward flowing river emptying into Arabian Sea. Another important, first Narmada, second Tapi, and its origin is from Multai in Betul district. So about 79% of Tapi basin lies in Maharashtra, 15% in Madhya Pradesh, and remaining 6% in Gujarat. So through these places or states, river Tapi is passing. So children, understood? So westward flowing rivers, the Narmada, Tapi, understood? Tapi, Narmada, these are the two important rivers which flows towards westward flank or western side of our country, and they empty their water. The drainage of these rivers are in Arabian Sea. Understood? Remember their origin and remember the states from which they passes.